Hi friends and crafters, welcome to my channel. Today I have a tutorial for you and it is using this die right here from Scrapdiva Designs. It is a flower die and it makes beautiful flowers. You can get it here at www.scrapdivadesigns. If you use Carol10 at checkout, you get 10% off your order, or you can use free ship 75 for free shipping on a purchase of $75 or more. As you can see here, there are several different flowers that I created with this die, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. And you can see how pretty these flowers are. I encourage you to experiment with your die if you have this one and see what type of flower you come up with. These are the ones that I came up with. They were a lot of fun to make, and they actually helped me use up a lot of the white paper scraps that I had lying around. And you can see all the different ones that I created, and this is the flowers that I used on my recent projects. So let's get started. I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see my work area. All right, and just straighten it out a little bit here. So what I'm using today, of course, is this die, and I also have a kind of a foam pad that came with the set, the McGill set here for shaping flowers. Mine is pretty old. I'm not going to be shaping the flowers on that. I'm going to be actually putting this on top and shaping the flowers on here. And as you can see, this says Cricket Cuttlebug. So what this is an embossing mat for your Cuttlebug. So that's what I'm using to create my flowers, because I want to get some shape into that. I'm also using distress inks today to color my flowers. I like the control that you have with distress inks to make your flowers either darker or lighter, and so that's what I'm using. And also this is something else that I'm using. All that shine that you see on here, this comes from Walmart and it's called Snowy Surprise. I have some little foam balls from the Dollar Tree, or you can also get that at the Hobby Lobby. I'm using stickles, and I'm just using some regular glue and some hot glue, and also these little half pearls that I had gotten at Michael's a while ago. I'm not sure if they're still available. All right, so we're going to make, the first flower we're going to make is this size right here. All right, and you're going to cut, and you could see on this die that you have 5 sizes. So this is the middle. I'm sorry, it's the second from the largest right there. You're going to cut 3 of those, and then you're going to put your distress ink. And like I said, you are in control of how dark and how light your flower is going to be with distress ink. You could also use colored paper to make these if you don't want to do the distress ink and you want it to match really, really well with your paper. So I'm going to show you how to make different flowers, but I'm only going to do this process one time, so as not to bore you. Okay, so we are making, I'm going to put this in the corner. We are making this one right here. So how we're going to do that is you could do it one of 2 ways. You could take your stylus here and you can do this, put this down the middle and curl your petals around it, or you can simply do like I do and fold your petals like that down the middle. And you're going to do it for all 3 pieces that you die cut. Okay, now we're going to start layering. So we got our bottom piece down, and let me move this a little bit closer here. We're going to put some glue in the center, and then we are going to offset the petals as such, like this. And then we are going to put glue again and offset the petals one more time. All right, now comes the part, and I'm going to push this up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Here we go. Now we're going to take this ball and we're going to cut it in half, and I have a half one right here. So I'm going to take some hot glue and I'm going to put it in the center of this flower, and I'm going to push this foam ball right into the center, and then I'm going to lift up my leaves, and that hot glue is going to help those leaves stand up. And here you can see I created this flower, but without all the shine. Now what I do next is this is also in the McGill shaping kit. I'm going to hold my flower as such, and you can use glue if you want to. I do use Stickles. It's actually glitter glue. I'm trying to get it to work here. And I'm going to put it on all the petals. And it does give a beautiful sparkle, but I want mine to sparkle even more. I'm going to hold it like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get some glitter glue on there. All right, and then I'm going to pull my snowy surprise glitter over here, and I'm going to put it all over this flower. And that is what you get. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to move this out of the way so you can see. This is a gorgeous flower. Okay, so that's that one. All right, the next one we're going to make is this one. So you are going to use the largest, the second one, the next one down, and then the next one down. So these three to make this flower. So I've already done this portion. Okay, so now we're going to take the stylus with the ball on the end, and we're going to turn these over. And when you cut, you're going to cut 2 of each size, and then you're going to take your stylus and run it along either side of the petal. And I'll show you up close that it gives you these wrinkles, which gives a pretty shape to your flower. It gives the flower character. So I'm pushing down pretty hard to get those wrinkles because I like that, how that looks. And you're going to go around each side of the petal, and then you flip it over and then run the ball in the middle. And here we are shaping these petals. So press down hard, and I'll show you one more time, see what I'm talking about for the wrinkles. Go on either side, and then once you get all 6, you turn it over and do the circle. And we're going to do this one, This is the medium flower. Remember, we cut 2 of each. And we're going to flip this over and I'm going to run that circle. And I'm pressing down pretty hard. Flip this over. All right, so now we have the 2 large, the medium, and now we come to the next size, which is this one right here. Just put this in the picture. We had the large, this one, and then this one. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to form this side right here, this little ball in the center. So you're going to go with the stylus with the little ball at the end, and you're going to run along the sides and down the middle to get that to curl up. And you can see that starting to shape itself. And that's what you should have when you're done. So curve. If you want to go down the middle, you can. Sometimes the petal will form itself and you don't have to go down the middle. You could just go either side. All right, this is going to be for the center of your flower. So open this up a little bit, and then you're going to take your hot glue and you're going to go probably about a quarter of the way up a little bit on these petals and in the center. And then you're going to take your second one and you're going to offset the petals and place this in the center, and then gather it all up and hold it like that, letting that hot glue cool off a little bit so that you have this. That is going to be the center of your flower. So you're going to glue this together, offset your petals, and then offset the next size. So depending on how full you want your flower, you could actually do 3 if that works for you. I did 2 of each size. Okay, and then when I get to this part, I'm going to put hot glue. And I'm going to put hot glue about 1/8 of an inch up on that petal and in the center. Then you're going to take this piece and put it right in the middle. I need to see if I got it in the middle. All right. And then you're going to pull these up to tuck that middle right in there. And there you have your beautiful flower. As you can see, it's the same as this one. The next thing you're going to do, and I'm not going to do it on camera, is go ahead and do your stickles. And this one that I'm using is diamond, but crystal works just as well. And then just sprinkle your snowy surprise on top of that. Okay? So the next flower that we're going to do is, let me pull it out of here. We're going to do this one. You see that has a different look as well. So we're going to do the same dies that we did with the flower I just showed you. And that was the large, the next one down, and then the medium. All right, and then this one we don't have to use our stylus. We're just going to use our fingers. And we're going to fold all the petals in half. This is the middle petal of the flower. You can see I already distress inked my petals, my flowers. Now this is the smaller of the two. And one more. All right, now we're going to put our flower together. We're going to use the largest one on the bottom. We're going to offset. All right, now we're going to the next two. And this is the next size down from the large. And offset. And then the last is the smaller. And like I said, you can experiment with how many you want to put in your flower to make it as full or whatever size that you want. You can use the different dies to make your flower smaller. All right, and I'm going to put this half gold pearl in the center, and I'm going to hot glue it there. It seems to hold better. All right, and then I'm going to pull my petals up as such. And as you can see, I have another flower shape completed. And you would go ahead and put your stickles on that and your Snowy Surprise glitter if you want it to look like that. You don't have to glitter them. They could be plain, whatever. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you how to do is this one right here, which is the smaller. So for this one, you will need 3 of this size and 2 of this size right here. This is the smallest. This is the next one up, and that's the middle. All right, so for this one here, let me see. I am going to flip these over, and I'm going to use the larger stylus here to form the petals. Remember, I press down pretty hard because I want the wrinkles. I like the wrinkles. It gives the flower character. Flip it over and run it in a circle. All right, that's 3. Now you've got your next size down, and I'm going to use the small stylus. Can I see it? I can't see it. There we go. To make this part right here. So we're going to go on either side and pull down. that right there. It's curling up into a ball. And no two flowers are going to be alike because they're handmade. All right, now we've got this shaped into a ball, and we're going to open up one of them. And again, we're going to go in with the hot glue, and we're going to go up the petals a little bit, probably 1/4 inch or so. And then we're going to take this into the center, offset the petals, and then curl it up into a ball and hold it while the hot glue cools off, and it will shape the center of your flower just like that. Now we're going to put this portion together. Just you can use your wet glue for that. You can use hot glue too, but I like the wiggle room I get with the wet glue. All right, so you have 3 layers for that. All right, and I go ahead and put hot glue in the center of this. And I do go up the petals about 1/8 of an inch. And then I take my center and put it in the middle, and then I pull my petals up. That's why you go up a little bit with the hot glue, because those first row of petals will hold up. And there you have, oops, another flower that looks like this. So you can leave it like that, or go ahead and put your stickles and your snowy surprise on top of it to get it to sparkle. Now we have one more that I'm going to teach you how to make, and it's only going to require 3 of the medium die right here. It's the middle one, and we are going to create this one right here, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Let's see. I taught you how to make, let me see. Did I miss any? No, we did this one. We did this. I did that. I actually think that's it. I believe we got them all. So I will show you a white one that I created, and this one was just with 3 of the, let me see, 1, 2, 3. So when I created this one, I did this die right here, and I used 2 of that and 2 of this and 1 of that to create this one. Very pretty. And I believe that is it. Now you can see this is a little bit smaller than this one. You just use the different dies. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. And until next time, happy crafting.